Hi, my name is Paul. I am the facility director here at the AR Kaufman YMCA, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the issues that you might come across when you have a pool fouling or some other chemical issues, but I'm going to have a couple videos here for you guys to check out. But one is here back in our pool mechanical room when you guys are having an issue with chlorine. Sometimes we have an issue where the chlorine is not pumping in properly. Maybe there's an issue with the pump, maybe there might be an issue with the chemical controller. But a couple quick things would be, here on the chemical controller, if there is an overfeed warning, sometimes you'll have something on here where there is a red blinking light. There might be an issue with maybe priming the system, could be an overfeed. There might be something on this display saying that it is timing out or it's counting down from 180. If you hold both of these two triangle buttons here, hold them down for 3 seconds, it'll reset the system. Sometimes that will prime the system up and that'll get everything working back to normal. Other times it might not. You might have to give me a call. I might have to run in and see what's actually going on. Another thing you can do to temporarily fix that problem is down here we've got chlorine. So these are labeled as sodium hypochlorite, so it's liquid chlorine. We can take these jugs and we can put them directly into the pool. That will obviously raise the chlorine level. And when there's a pool fouling, if there is a loose fecal matter, diarrhea, whatever it might be, we need to get the pool up to at least 20 parts per million for a 12-hour period. So what we're going to be doing is either we're using the pump and we're going to be pumping that directly into the pool, or we're using one of these canisters to pump in. I'll also show you another spot back here where we keep the smaller jugs. But it's important that we get it up to 20 parts per million. So if you wanted to manually put this on, because our chemical controller is actually telling the pump what to do, this is our chlorine pump. So you can see it's just right on the side wall here. We have this thing plugged in through the chemical controller, and when this calls for it, it actually gives power to it. If you just plug this directly into the wall, it'll work and continuously provide flow with chlorine. So all we have to do is we can unplug it from here. You can see that the power line is coming down, coming into this connection here. We can unplug this and plug it directly into the wall just in here. If you see up on top here, there's a gauge. Right now it's set number 5. You can turn that around. You can spin that right up to number 10, so it's actually continuously doing a pump. So it's going to continuously flow chlorine in there. The reason we have different settings is that so it doesn't put too much chlorine in there at one time. So when you have a fouling, clear the pool, get any debris out that you can. When it is a loose fecal matter, something that's disgusting, I know, but you want to get this pumping. So you can plug this directly in, get it turned up to 10, crank it right up, get it to continuously flow through there. And I'll have another video on here so to show you guys how to do some chemical testing, but it's important that you get it up to 20 parts per million for 12 hours. The other section I wanted to show you guys is when you're coming through the back of the chlorine room. So now we're outside to give you a little perspective of where we are. So we're coming out of the back outside here. This is the chlorine room, which is located outside. So any of you that are new here at the Y, there's another room here. So this is going to be one of your CR keys. And for those of you that are not familiar, these are our chlorine storage tanks here. So we have a couple of tanks, a couple of large chlorine tanks here. Also in the corner, we have a couple of cans of, it's called Purox. It's just a brand name, just like Kleenex is facial tissue. This is Purox, but it's still sodium hypochlorite. So if the smaller jugs of chlorine that are in the other room, if they're too heavy for you, you can't use that in the pool. We usually keep a couple of the smaller jugs here that you can put directly into the pool as well. So this is specifically a chlorine room. You can never mix anything in there, such as muriatic acid, anything like that. It's just for chlorine, and then we just go back into the main building. I'm gonna do a couple other videos as well with a few other things, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully this helps out with some of the training right off the back pool deck here at ARK.